Good morning to everyone. We have started with the new chapter in management accounting, that is analysis and interpretation of financial accounts. What I have explained you is the format of financial statement, that is balance sheet. So out in the financial statement, both balance sheet and revenue statement. Revenue statement means trading account and profit and loss account is included. But what I have done is I have explained you the format of balance sheet. And now what we will be in today's lecture doing small sums to understand everything in a better way. So this is the first sum that we will be doing now. Calculate shareholders or owned fund from the following information. So in the format, we have seen that balance sheet is divided into two parts. One is known as the sources of fund and the other one is known as the application of funds. Sources of fund mean from where has the company, say if you want to do business, what is required is you will require funds, money. So the money will come from two places. One from the shareholders or the owned fund. Shareholders are the owners of the business. So if you're doing business, the first thing you will get the funds from the owners, and we are doing company accounts, and in company the owners are the shareholders. So what we will be doing is, in this particular sum in front of your screen, we will be calculating the shareholders fund. This is not a complete balance sheet. This is a part of, to understand the balance sheet in a better way, we are taking part by part, because even in the exam, nothing has come from the Mumbai University. So it is possible that we have online examination and there you will have multiple choice questions, small parts of the question. So this type of questions will help you in from your exam point of view also. So let us do this sum. Calculate shareholders or owned fund from the following information. So what is given? Equity share capital is given. The shareholders fund consists of share capital. Now there are two types of share capital: equity share capital and preference share capital. So there are two types of share capital, equity and preference. Both are given in this question. And how do we get the shareholders fund? In the shareholder fund, there is share capital. We have only two types of share capital, equity share capital and preference share capital. And after share capital, shareholders also have right on the profits made by the business. That is, profits are known as reserves and surplus. So what all reserves and surplus we have? We have securities premium. We have securities premium means whenever we sell our shares or debentures or any securities in more than the face value, that is at a premium, the amount of premium is saved here in securities premium. The amount collected from issuing shares and debentures at premium, the premium amount is stored in securities premium. Then we have general reserve is also a reserve. All the profits, general profits are saved in general reserve. Then we have capital redemption reserve. It is also a reserve. This reserve is specially prepared for redemption of preference shareholders. Capital redemption reserve. Redemption means repayment. So this capital redemption reserve is created for the purpose of redemption of preference shares. Then we have profit and loss account, debit balance, but profit and loss debit balance is a loss. Profit and loss account debit balance signifies net loss. It means net loss. If profit belongs to the shareholders, the losses also belong to the shareholders. If shareholders have the right on the company's profit, they also have to bear the losses of the company. So this also will go to the shareholders fund. This is known as losses and fictitious asset. I have discussed with you all about this when we were doing the format. So profit and loss account, loss, that is debit balance, comes in the losses and fictitious assets. Share issue expense is an expense, but we show it in the asset side called as fictitious asset. Fictitious means imaginary, not real. So this share issue expenses also is a fictitious asset. It is not an asset, it is an expense, but it is a huge expense. So we show it in the asset side because we cannot put it at once in the P&L account, and year by year we write off certain part of the share issue expense and show it in the P&L account, revenue statement. Then we have calls in arrears. Calls in arrears means outstanding amount on the share capital, that is we have not paid, unpaid call. Calls in arrears means unpaid call, the amount which is outstanding to be paid on the share capital. Company has called, but shareholders have defaulted the payment. Shareholders have not paid the amount due on call, is known as calls in arrears, or amount outstanding on the share, amount outstanding on the shares. So let us now, with this information, prepare the shareholders fund. What they have asked us to prepare? They have asked us to prepare capital A. They have asked us to prepare shareholders fund. Shareholders fund, which is also known as owned fund or owners fund. It is also known as proprietors fund, or which is also known as net worth. So this is the same name for the shareholders fund. Shareholders are also known as owners, also known as proprietors, and their worth is net worth, their value, net worth. So the worth, the value of the shareholders, net worth. So also we call the shareholders fund as net worth. So here, small a, we call it as share capital. Now share capital is of two types: equity share capital, which is given, how much it is? 1,20,000. And we have one more type of share capital known as preference share capital. That is also given in the question, 80,000. Now, from this, what we will do, there is unpaid amount on call, that is calls in arrears. How much is calls in arrear? It is given in the question, it is 10,000. So how much you will get the share capital after minusing this? 1,20,000 plus 80 is 2 lakh. 2 lakh minus 10,000 is 1,90,000. Now, one more, that is shareholders fund consists of two things: share capital, and the second one is known as reserves and surplus, means the profits, the savings of the company, reserves and surplus. What all savings is given in the question? We have securities premium. How much is the amount of securities premium? 25,000 given in the question. We have general reserve. How much is the amount of general reserve given in the question? General reserve is given 15,000. Then we have capital redemption reserve. This is also a reserve which is created for redemption of preference shares, repayment of preference shares amount. The preference share we have 80,000 for repayment to pay back the preference shares. We create capital redemption reserve. That is a special reserve for redemption of preference shares. So add all this, how much you get? 25 plus 15 plus 20. How much is it coming to? It is coming to how much? Is it correct? 60,000. So add both of them. Add both of them. How much you get? 1,90,000 plus 60. We get 2,50,000. So share capital, we have 1,90,000 and reserves and surplus, we have 60. So when we add both of them, we have in the shareholders fund 2,50,000. But we also have to less the losses. लॉसेस मतलब प्रॉफिट अगर शेयर होल्डर्स को मिल रहा है तो लॉसेस रहेगा, तो दैट ऑल्सो हैज टू बी गिवन टू द shareholders only. If shareholders have the right on the profits made by the business, they also have to bear the losses. So what we have, less losses and fictitious asset, we have two losses. One given is profit and loss account, which is known as the debit balance. How much is the amount? 40,000. Then we have share issue expenses, which is the fictitious asset, which is equal to 20,000. So how much is this coming? Add both of them, 60,000. So minus karo, how much is the shareholders fund or the owned fund or the owner's fund? It is 1,90,000. So finally, we have got what they have asked us to calculate, shareholders fund, which is coming to 1,90,000. Now we will do the next sum. Calculate capital employed from the following information. Capital employed also means total sources of funds. Total sources of fund. Total sources of funds means the liability side of the balance sheet. So ये जो information दिया है, इसके help से we have to find out capital employed, which is also known as total sources of fund. What is it? It is the liability side of the balance sheet. So हमें ये करना है with the information what is given. Share capital is given 2 lakh. General reserve is given 80,000. Share capital directly given. In the previous sum, equity share capital, preference share capital was separately given. In this sum, together share capital is given. So जैसे दिया वैसे we will write. Then reserves are given separately. General reserve is there and profit and loss account credit balance. See, profit and loss account debit balance, profit and loss account debit balance means profit and loss account debit balance means net loss, and profit and loss account credit balance means net profit. Profit and loss account credit balance means net profit. So we have, and we also have preliminary expense. Preliminary expense means company formation expense. कंपनी में जो registration company form होते वक्त जो भी सब expenses होता है, it is known as preliminary expense. It is a fictitious asset. इसको हम asset side में बताते हैं, but it is not a asset. Preliminary. So here we have share capital, general reserve, profit and loss account, which is net profit. Then we have fictitious asset, which is preliminary expense. Then we have loan from SBI Bank. Loan from SBI Bank, bank loan is a long-term borrowing. Long-term loan इसको loan fund भी बोलते हैं. So loan fund में या borrowed fund में, debt fund में loan from SBI Bank is given. Then we have creditors, which is a creditors is what? Creditors is a current liability. Creditors is what? Creditors is a current liability. But current liability हम working capital निकालते वक्त बताते हैं. So इसको what I will do is I will highlight it, means हम जब कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड फाइंड आउट करते हैं तो हमें क्रेडिटर्स नहीं चाहिए. क्रेडिटर्स इज अ करंट लाइबिलिटी. क्रेडिटर्स वी वांट व्हेन वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट वर्किंग कैपिटल. सो यहाँ पे वो तो है एप्लीकेशन ऑफ फंड्स. वर्किंग कैपिटल कम्स इन द एप्लीकेशन ऑफ फंड्स, मीन्स फंड्स कहाँ पे, पैसे कहाँ पे यूज हुए हैं, वहां पे आता है वर्किंग कैपिटल. सो हमें क्रेडिटर्स नहीं चाहिए. व्हाट वी वांट इज देयर आर टू सोर्सेस ऑफ फंड. वन इज शेयर होल्डर्स फंड, अनदर इज लोन फंड. सो ये दोनों फंड को ऐड करेंगे तो वी विल गेट अवर टोटल सोर्सेस ऑफ फंड. सो व्हाट दे वांट अस टू कैलकुलेट, they want us to calculate what we call it as sources of funds. They want us to calculate sources of funds. तो sources of fund में calculate करते वक्त हमें सबसे पहले चाहिए शेयर होल्डर्स फंड. शेयर होल्डर्स फंड को और भी नाम से बुलाते हैं, बट तुम सिर्फ शेयर होल्डर्स फंड लिखोगे तो भी इट इज ओके. तो शेयर होल्डर्स फंड में व्हाट ऑल कम्स, मतलब शेयर होल्डर फंड मींस व्हाट आर द नेम्स आर देयर. इसको हम ओन फंड, ओनर्स फंड, नेटवर्थ, प्रोप्राइटर्स फंड से अलग अलग नाम से वी कॉल इट. सो व्हाट कम्स इन द शेयर होल्डर्स फंड? शेयर कैपिटल, दैट इज गिवन डायरेक्टली इन द क्वेश्चन. शेयर कैपिटल डायरेक्टली दिया हुआ है. हाउ मच इट इज? 2 lakhs. Now we want reserves and surplus, the profits made by the business. So what profits are there? General reserve given in the question, general reserve. So general reserve में what is, how much is general reserve? 80,000. Then we have profit and loss account. In bracket, this is credit balance. How much it is? 5,000. So दोनों को 5,000 नहीं, 25,000. Sorry, by mistake. The amount is 25,000. So add this, how much you get? 80 and 25,000. We get 1,05,000. We get 1,05,000. 2 lakh is share capital and reserves and surplus is 1,05,000. 2 lakh, 1,05,000. Now इसमें से if profit belongs to the shareholders, one more thing what we have to do is losses also will belong to them. Losses will also belong to the shareholders. So here what we will do, we will less the losses and fictitious asset. To less losses and fictitious asset. So what is there in losses and fictitious asset? Question में क्या दिया है? Only one is given, preliminary expenses. Preliminary expenses, how much it is given? 5,000. So सबसे पहले तो let us add the total. ये एक लाइन नीचे लेते हैं because I want to add both of them. कि कितना है, वी टोटल हाउ मच वी हैव शेयर कैपिटल प्लस रिजर्व्स, वी हैव 3,05,000. देन ये माइनस करके हमें कितना मिलता है, वी गेट 3 lakh. So I will write 3 lakh. This 3 lakh is what? This 3 lakh is shareholders fund. Shareholders ने total कितना contribute किया है business में? 3 lakhs. कैसे मिला? Share capital में से 2 lakh, reserves में 1,05,000, then losses भी उनको ही बिलोंग करते, वो माइनस किया तो शेयरहोल्डर्स हैव कंट्रीब्यूटेड 3 लाख फॉर द बिजनेस. सोर्सेस ऑफ फंड, कहाँ से पैसे मिलेगा? शेयरहोल्डर्स से मिलेगा. द नेक्स्ट वन इज लोन फंड. लोन फंड को हम बोरोड फंड भी बोल सकते हैं. 1 minute. Borrowed fund also we can call it debt fund also. So loan fund, borrowed fund, debt fund, name of the same. So isme what we have loan from SBI. We have loan from SBI bank. How much is the amount? The amount is 50,000. So ये सबको ऐड करते हैं तो हमें मिलता है टोटल सोर्सेस ऑफ फंड्स. टोटल सोर्सेस ऑफ फंड which is 3 lakh plus 50,000, which is equal to 3,50,000. Means total sources of fund they are asked us to calculate. It is 3,50,000. इसमें शेयर होल्डर्स फंड आता है. शेयर होल्डर फंड में शेयर कैपिटल. नाउ शेयर होल्डर्स हैव द राइट ऑफ फॉर देयर कैपिटल. उनका कैपिटल पे उनका राइट है. कंपनी को जो भी रिजर्व्स हुआ, सेविंग हुआ, प्रॉफिट हुआ, उस पे उनका राइट है. बट अब प्रॉफिट में राइट है तो लॉसेस ऑल्सो दे ओनली हैव टू बेयर. वो माइनस किया तो शेयर होल्डर्स फंड इज 3 lakh. From the shareholders, business has got 3 lakh, and from borrowings from loan fund, business is having 50,000. This total company is having 3,50,000, which they will use on application of funds. Application means in utilizing the fund. Application किस चीज में यूज करते हैं funds को? For purchase of fixed asset, for purchase of long-term investment, and thirdly for the day-to-day working of the business, working capital. तो जो भी sources of fund आता है वो 3 जगह में यूज होता है. For buying of fixed asset, second for long-term investment, because सारा पैसा वर्किंग कैपिटल में यूज नहीं कर सकते, थोड़ा इन्वेस्टमेंट करना भी इंपॉर्टेंट है, तो लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टमेंट. एंड thirdly the sources of fund is used thirdly working for the working capital requirement for the day-to-day working of the business. So A plus B, capital A shareholders fund, कैपिटल बी लोन फंड, ये दोनों को ऐड करते हैं तो वी गेट अवर टोटल सोर्सेस ऑफ फंड. एंड इसको हम कहाँ पे यूज करते हैं? फॉर 3 पर्पसेस वी यूज इट, विच इज नोन एज एप्लीकेशन ऑफ फंड. 1 फॉर फिक्स एसेट परचेज. फिक्स एसेट के लिए जिसको हम टैंजिबल इंटैंजिबल, फिक्स एसेट 2 टाइप का रहता है, टैंजिबल इंटैंजिबल. सेकेंड हम लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए यूज करते हैं. एंड थर्ड हम वर्किंग कैपिटल के लिए यूज करते, डे टू डे वर्किंग ऑफ द बिजनेस. हाउ डू यू कैलकुलेट द वर्किंग कैपिटल? करंट एसेट माइनस करंट लाइबिलिटीज. विद this sum is also done. So one more sum what we will do now is calculation of working capital from the following information. So from the information we have to only calculate working capital. Do you know what is working capital? Working capital refers to the capital required for the day-to-day working of the business. ये हमें कैसे मिलता है? Current assets minus current लाइबिलिटीज। तो करंट असेट्स में से करंट लाइबिलिटीज माइनस करते हैं तो यू गेट योर वर्किंग कैपिटल एंड यू हैव डन वन फुल चैप्टर ऑन दिस वर्किंग कैपिटल में एक पूरा चैप्टर हमारा हो गया है. सो यू शुड नो व्हाट इज करंट असेट, व्हाट इज करंट लाइबिलिटी, बिकॉज वी हैव डन वन फुल चैप्टर ऑन वर्किंग कैपिटल. सो टेल मी, इज बिल्डिंग अ करंट एसेट और करंट लाइबिलिटी? बिल्डिंग तो फिक्स एसेट है हमारे पास, लॉन्ग टाइम के लिए रहता है. दिस इज फिक्स्ड टैंजिबल एसेट. बिल्डिंग इज ऑल्सो फिक्स्ड टैंजिबल एसेट. डेटर इससे तो इस दोनों को मार्क कर लेते. Let us mark this both that this will not come in working capital. This is a fixed asset, so it will not come in working capital. Then what we have, debtor we have. Debtor is a current asset. Stock is a current asset, but stock is a non-quick current asset. इसको easily cash में convert नहीं कर सकते. ये दोनों जो है ना, stock and prepaid expense is a non-quick current asset. इसको हम easily cash में convert नहीं कर सकते. Then we have bills receivable, which is again a current asset. Cash bank balance is a current asset. Creditor is a current asset. Provision for tax. This is sorry, creditor मैंने current asset बोला. Creditor is a current liability. Provision for tax is a current liability. Means ये हमारा payments है ना. क्रेडिटर्स हमारे सप्लायर्स है जिनको हमें पेमेंट करना पड़ता है इन फ्यूचर. सो दिस इज अ करंट लाइबिलिटी. Provision for tax is a current liability. Outstanding expense is a current liability. And bank overdraft is also a current liability, but this is known as non-quick current liability. This cannot be like जब भी हमें चाहिए that time we cannot pay it. So this is in non-current, non-quick liability we have bank overdraft. और asset में हमारे पास ये दो है non-quick asset में. Stock is there which we have to remember, and then we have prepayments. Prepaid expense also come there. So let us start working capital में we want two things. So here let us write करंट एसेट चाहिए, या तो इससे पहले लेट मी राइट डाउन वर्किंग कैपिटल. वी वांट द वर्किंग कैपिटल एंड वो कैसे मिलता है? वी हैव रिटन करंट एसेट माइनस करंट लाइबिलिटी. सो करंट एसेट में व्हाट ऑल विल कम, इसको भी एक पार्ट में डिवाइड करते हैं. इसको हम बोलते हैं क्विक एसेट्स, क्विक करंट एसेट या क्विक एसेट्स. इसमें क्या आता है? इसमें ओनली वन इज गिवन, डेटर्स. फिर हाँ डेटर्स है और एक है बिल्स रिसीवेबल और है कैश एंड कैश बैलेंस. कैश एंड कैश बैलेंस और कैश एंड बैंक बैलेंस. सो हियर व्हाट वी हैव, डेटर अमाउंट इज 20,000. Bill receivable is 30,000. Cash and bank balance is 50,000. दोनों को ऐड किया तो how much it is coming? 50, 30, 20. It is coming to 1 lakh. And then we have non-quick current asset. Non-quick asset. So यहाँ पे हमारे पास क्या दिया? Stock, inventory and prepaid expenses. Prepaid expenses. What is stock? Is how much? Stock is 50,000. Then how much is prepaid expense? It is 10,000. So when we add both of them, we get 60,000. That is total current asset is, total current asset is 1,60,000. इसमें से लेस करते हैं हम क्या? बी करंट लाइबिलिटीज. करंट लाइबिलिटीज, करंट लाइबिलिटीज को भी हमने दो पार्ट्स में डिवाइड किया. क्विक करंट लाइबिलिटी, क्विक लाइबिलिटीज जिसमें सारे करंट लाइबिलिटीज को लिखना है. देयर वी हैव क्रेडिटर्स, Then we have provision for tax. Provision for tax. Then we have outstanding expenses. So what is the amount? Creditor, the amount is 20,000. Provision for tax, the amount is 10,000. Then we have outstanding expenses also 10,000. So this is coming to 40,000. Then we have one more non-current, non-quick liabilities, current liabilities. We have only one. इसमें एक ही चीज आता है, that is bank overdraft. How much is bank overdraft? It is 10,000. दोनों को add करें तो we get total current liabilities. Total current liabilities is 50,000. Now let us find out. Let us find out here net working capital. Let us find out net working capital, which is what? Current asset A minus B, that is current liabilities. Current asset minus current liability. Total current asset, that is our A, is 1,60,000. Total current liability, our B, is 50,000. So this is, I will highlight it, ताकि it is easy for us to find out. This is 50,000. And how much will be working capital? Working capital is 1,10,000. So net working capital, what they have asked us to calculate is 1,10,000. So we have been told to calculate working capital, and we have calculated working capital. Current asset minus current liabilities. Current asset minus current liabilities. Current asset minus current liabilities. We have found out our working capital 1,10,000. With this sum is also done. Thank you very much, everyone.